If it's not working the way you want it to, just bash on it with a hammer a little bit until it does work. I'm all about finding new storage ideas for tools. One thing I really like is my fan, keep me cool in the summertime. Can't forget the microwave. Gotta have the microwave. I'm not eating cold food anymore. Them days are over. This is Steven. We're here in Louisville, Kentucky with Fortis HD, and we're gonna do a tour of my service truck here today. It's a 2019 Peterbilt 337. Probably one of the best tools I have would be this Fluke 233 meter. It's my favorite one because the face is removable. I'm by myself 90% of the time, so I can set this up wherever I need to, go in the cab, start the machine, crank on it or whatever, and monitor what voltage I'm getting instead of having to have two people on site. I also use this Load Pro quite often. It's very handy. It plugs straight into the Fluke meter. And again, it pairs well together. This drawer here, it's going to be a lot of just adjustable wrenches, pliers, filter pliers, pipe wrenches, you know, the big adjustable wrenches we use from time to time. This drawer here is just a few on end things. It's a bolt extractor set, screw extractor set for getting those stubborn broken bolts out. This drawer here is going to be all the sockets I use daily, all my 1/2-inch drive stuff. You got impact, metric, chrome, 12-point, standard metric, impact, chrome, your specialty 12-point sockets. You've got your 8-point sockets back here for the square plugs. Then I also use a lot of tap sockets for tapping out new holes and stuff. It's just easier than using an adjustable wrench or whatnot on them. These brands here are Matco. I've got all brands in this drawer. I've got Snap-on, I've got Craftsman, Matco, Proto. I don't really use any specific type of tools. I just use whatever's convenient to me and whatever I can get and gets the job done. Them days of getting on the tool truck's over with. I don't do that much anymore. This drawer here is going to be all your deep well sockets, long breaker bars. This one here is a Snap-on. This is probably my favorite, flex head. It's a fine tooth ratchet. I also like to use a 3/8 Snap-on digital torque wrench. Comes in very handy for doing injectors. This one here is mainly a lot of my 3/4 drive stuff. These are just VVOR sockets. I actually got them off Temu of all places. I don't use them daily, so I wasn't willing to spend the big money on like Snap-on socket set or whatnot when these last just as good for 1/4 of the price. Probably my favorite 3/4 guns, the Milwaukee 3/4. It's got the one key. You can adjust the settings on your phone to make it tighten as tight as you want. This drawer down here is just a lot of odd and end things. Got some clamps, some diagnostic tools for some pickup trucks I work on every once in a while at the quarries. Just your gloves, normal everyday things that you might use, consumables, some earplugs, your data link connectors to connect to machines. That one there is for Volvo engines. I also carry the Nexic adapter so I can connect to all your Cummins and stuff like that. We've got John Deere up here, Cat ET. We use it daily. Can't forget the microwave. Gotta have the microwave. I'm not eating cold food anymore. Them days are over. Heating it up on the dash, we're not doing that no more. I'm all about finding new storage ideas for tools. Pick some of these up offline. Magnetic, they hold your pry bars. It's just convenient, frees up a drawer space. Add a little magnet down here to also help hold the hill bars into place so they don't bounce off going down the haul roads. Quick, user-friendly things that you wouldn't even think about to free up a lot of tool space. Same thing for the screwdrivers. Just put these holders on here with some magnets. Just grab it, frees up a drawer. Power tools, yeah, I'm Milwaukee. No certain reason other than just the old timer that trained me and brought me up. That's what he used. I don't have nothing against DeWalt or anything, but I've just never used them. Again, I bought a little thing to hold the tools, to get them up out of a drawer. They ride nicely. Same thing with the batteries. Just screw them in there and store all your batteries. Again, it frees up drawer space. On these trucks, you got so many tools, you're just trying to cram them in everywhere that you need all the space you can get. This drawer here is just a bunch more ratchets, 1/2-inch. That one there is actually an Icon. It's Harbor Freight, but I've not had any issues with it. It's good quality. Here's a 3/8 Snap-on. A lot of extensions in here, wobble sockets. Probably my favorite for removing cat starters is this 5/8 cat socket, cat extension, wobble. Specifically made for cat, and it does make a difference on trying to get those hard 12-point bolts out of the cat starters. Again, this drawer here has got all kinds of different extensions in it. Snap-on, Icon, Matco. Again, I'm not brand specific on anything. I use whatever's gonna get the job done. In this drawer here, I got a depth sketch camera for seeing in those hard to see places. This thing comes in very handy. It Bluetooths to your phone. You can stick it anywhere, and it's got a light on the end of it that lights up. Makes it to see around corners and things, places you can't get to. Pretty easy, very handy. I think I picked this up off Amazon for less than $100, I want to say. I've had it for a while. Just a few odd end things in here, like your electrical tools for pinning, changing out connectors on ECMs, whatnot, repinning wires. This was picked up off Amazon. I've had good luck with this one. The pliers here, any type of pliers you could possibly need. Here's a brand new pair I just picked up from Harbor Freight, actually Icon. You got snap-on also, Icon again. Probably one of my favorite drawers, the hammer drawer. You know, if it's not working the way you want it to, you just bash on it with a hammer a little bit until it does work. Like this one here is snap-on. Most of these are snap-on. I like this style here real well. It's got the rubber handles on it. That way it doesn't take a toll on your hands when you're using it quite a bit. All different sizes. This one here is a Napa, 4-pound. We got an 8-pound in here. This gets used quite often. Short handle, get in those tight places. This drawer here is just a lot of 1-inch drive, 3/4 drive sockets, just random sockets used for taking off counterweights, things like that. Some 1-inch drive, 12-point sockets here for taking those bolts off the shears and the scrap yards. I think that's about it for this section. This compartment here is a lot of wrenches, Allen sockets, things like that, air tools. For instance, this top drawer here is all metric stuff. You've got wrenches over on this side. You got your ratchet wrenches. These are Matco. They've been good wrenches. Got a set of angle wrenches here, metric. Right here is all your Allen sockets. This here is just a Proto brand I've had for a long time. They work well. Got gray Pneumatic. Got the bigger 3/4 drive in here also, metric. Just some random wrenches in here, some cheaper ones I can cut down if I need to get in a tight spot. This drawer here is mainly standard. This one here is Blue Point. I got a Blue Point ratchet. Got your standard Allens. These are just Proto. They've been all right. Gray Pneumatic, 1/2-inch drive for the bigger stuff. This drawer here is a lot of air guns and things like that. I still carry these on the truck even though I haven't used them in quite some time. My battery impacts go down or whatever, I still have air I can fall back on if something goes wrong. One of my favorite tools is this snap-on air hammer right here. It's been a good hammer. It's strong. It gets the job done. I also have this this here. It's for getting those hard reach places. You can put a pad on the end or a wheel or whatever to reach in there. It's got a longer shank on it to get in those pin bores that you can't reach with say a shorter one like this. And here's another wrench drawer. This is mainly all the metric big wrenches. Then I've got a few wrench sets in here. This one here is Westward. Got the stubby wrenches that you gotta have for some of them tight to get places. In here we've got all the way up to, I wanna say a 50 millimeter. Just basically all your big wrenches. Here's a 45. Here's a 50. Some of them's Tecton, some of them's Westward, some of them's Proto. I've got several different wrench sets because sometimes it takes double wrenches to get some things off. This one here is gonna be all your big standards. Here's a Sun-X stubby set. It gets used pretty often. Another set of Westward standard wrenches. I mean, hell, we even have Napa in here. This drawer here has got some of the bigger impacts, your 1-inch gun. I like the Aircat, it's pretty stout. And I run a 3/4 Ingersoll Rand impact. Got your grinders in here, your cordless, your cord grinders, 4.5-inch grinders. The bottom drawer's just got random stuff in it, tool bags. Gotta have a rain jacket for them rainy days. Respirator for grinding, welding in a lot of spots. We'll throw that on just to save us a little bit. Up here we have various tool sets. We got a nitrogen charge kit used for charging accumulators on hammers and drills. We got a snap ring plier set here, Stinger set, OTC. It's just an off-brand I bought online. One thing I really like is this airlift system for pulling vacuum on coolant systems, changing out hoses, whatnot. This makes it real simple to not make a mess everywhere. I've also got it converted over to use on hydraulic systems to connect to the tanks to pull vacuums, change big hoses and stuff like that. Another handy tool is this relay tester. It's just for testing relays and stuff. If you think you got a bad relay, you can just plug it in there, connect it to 12 or 24 volts, hit the test button, it'll tell you real quick if it's bad. Hydraulic crimping tool for crimping battery cables together. Comes in real handy. You can do it all on the machine without taking the whole cable off the machine to have to beat on it, to beat the cable crimp on. This here, you just select your die, put it in there, and just crimp it on. Saves time of taking that whole cable out of the machine to get it out to put a new end on. This compartment here, we got a lot of hard cases up here. You have Metric and standard crow's feet for those tight places to get into. In here you got your big snap ring set. I carry a Milwaukee vacuum for cleaning out cabs and stuff when you change out busted windows and whatnot. Cat O-ring kit, D-ring kit. This here is a nitrogen test kit. Carry my nitrogen gauges in here for checking accumulators. I've also got adapters to where I can pump nitrogen into the AC system to check for leaks, your gauge and stuff. They're just test adapters pretty much. The cat kit's pretty expensive. Charging accumulators with this gauge here. Got your shut-off valve and everything. Charging struts on. I actually just picked up an Icon bearing and seal driver set. Caught it on sale the other day and figured I'd give it a try. So this one here does all the way up to 4.625 inches. So it covers a large range of seal sizes and bearings. These drawers are just a lot of miscellaneous stuff. I've got spare drill bits here. I have extra taps and dies. Carry plenty of those. Carbide bits for getting out broken bolts and different things. They come in handy, all different sizes. A handy kit I put together is test fittings and plugs and stuff for fuel systems, banjo bolts. Just different things I've put together over the years. It's made it easier to diagnose machines, to have that stuff on hand. This drawer here is just a lot of cat pulling rods and studs. Just a bunch of very different sizes. I carry a lot of those because I do a lot of bushings and pins on excavators and stuff. And carry the nuts to run down to pull them in with. I just got this box, so I don't have a lot in it yet. This compartment here is a lot of just commonly used things throughout the day. Rags, moving blankets, those are handy to lay on and things when you're in bad spots. One thing I really like is my fan. Keep me cool in the summertime. Just carry it around with you. Here you got brake clean, cutting oil, penetrating lube, grease, things like that. Got your Loctite, you got anti-seize, you got air tool oil, hand cleaner, white lithium grease. Down here you got caps and plugs. There's O-ring face there. This case here is full of test fittings, so we can test almost anything. You got your O-ring face tees, tied in line, put your gauge in here. You got JIC, DIN, just all these different tees, different adapters. Sometimes you make your own, the tee in line. This case here is all the gauges, more test adapters for testing hydraulic systems. You have your Tifco digital gauge. I like using these spaghetti leads here because they're small, they don't hold a lot of oil. Various sizes for that. I have bought a few kits off Tifco. They come together, different test fittings in there. These here are a lot of O-ring face. You just put them in line, quick connect fittings. And I just bought the case at a local, I think maybe even Harbor Freight, put it together. Just all your different gauges in here, different PSI. The bumper here, it's another storage spot. Got the rubber hammer for those fragile things. Cheater pipes, long snap-on pry bar, block of wood to set cylinders on to transport, that way they don't roll around in the bed of your truck all over the place. We can go to the other side. I've got some more sledgehammers and things over there. On this side we've got smaller sledgehammers. This is a little 10. We've got a 12. Here's a 20. Those for the big pins that won't move. One of my favorite tools to knock pins out with is this solid bar. Just use it as a battering ram. You can hang it from your crane, use it to swing with. I actually picked that up at a scrapyard. They let me have it. This box here, there's nothing too crazy in it. It's got your Freon, some spare oil. Up top here, I made brackets to hang all my lifting eyes with and things. It makes it a lot easier coming in here to find your lifting eyes versus having them all thrown in a box. Have to dig through them. I've got the clevises hung there. And I bought some of these off Amazon just to hang some straps on, get them up out of the way. This compartment here, I made some dividers up here to put all my different straps in so they're not all thrown in with each other. They're easier to find on the job. Carry some extra rubber gloves, some extra consumables like anti-seize and stuff up here. Just some commonly used bolts, use every day. Some pucks for capping off hydraulic systems. These are code 62 pucks. And you got the cat code 62s and 61s. Some specialty bolts and stuff that I use for pulling different things in with. And you gotta have the colored zip ties to mark hydraulic lines and stuff. At least that's what I like to use. I'll use colored zip ties and I'll take pictures. That way I know where everything went. I'm not having to look it up in the book and guess at it. Over on this side, you've just got some grease, some extra straps, some extra gloves, some extra brake clean. Couple horns for cat, loader, backup alarms, because we go through those quite a bit at the quarry. This compartment here is a lot of consumable things also, brass fittings, self-tapping screws, terminals for batteries, hose clamps, electrical connectors, fuses, cable ties, Deutz connectors, making your own pins, repinning connectors, grease fittings, shrink tubing, machine screws. We fabricated this bracket over here to hang all your lifting chains with, binders. Just kind of makes it look a little neater. Again, another magnet with some straps on it. Up top is all my welding stuff. I'm a fan of the ESOP welding hood. I've used one for a while. To me, it's more comfortable and you can see more out of it. I've had this one for 5 or 6 years. It's been a good hood, one of my favorites. I carry cardboard in this compartment. In case I gotta lay on the ground or in something nasty, I'm gonna put a piece of cardboard down. I'm just not gonna lay in the mud, screw that. Cardboard comes in handy. Plus, it's on everything you buy parts for. So you just cut the box up and save it for later. This compartment here is more just daily consumable things, Carter pins, vinyl clamps, rivets, flap wheels, conditioning disc. I mounted my torch reel in here. That way it's out of the weather, it's not up on the side of the truck. It's very convenient, 50 feet, a torch hose. Gets me just about anywhere I need to go. I like a Milwaukee transfer pump for moving waste oil and pumping clean oil into machines. I also carry an air arc on the truck for when I got lance out pins. I have it. Arc air is all it is, nothing fancy. It's got enough leads on there to get me where I need to. I just hook it into my torch reel here for my oxygen. Harness for if we have to get up in a man lift or get up high on a loader, we're tied off. This cabinet here is just your oxygen and acetylene bottle. I carry a nitrogen bottle also for charging accumulators, testing for leaks in the AC system. Another air arc to gouge with. I've got an umbrella in here for those hot days. Just pop up the umbrella, hook it up to the crane, whatever. Provide a little bit of shade for those hot days. That's pretty much it here. In the bed of the truck, I've got a big yellow box. It's got different hydraulic rams in there. I've got a 60-ton hollow ram for pulling and pushing bushings and pins in and out with. 30-ton ram. Just different types of rams and power packs that makes the job easier for day to day. The bed of the truck's always a mess. It's hard to keep it clean. Yeah, this box here again, it's a bunch of rams. There's hollow rams, there's a 60, there's a 30-ton. There's some regular rams in there, all different sizes. I got a 32-ton jack there, air over hydraulic. I use that a lot for raising dozers and stuff up off the ground. Another thing I really like is this rubber cribbing here. It stacks nice. It's way better than wood. You don't have to worry about it rotting on you. Lifetime warranty on this thing. It's just safe all around. It's much safer than using wood cribbing all the time. And it comes in different sizes. You can stack it a 2x2, a 3x3, whatever you got to do to make sure that machine's securely up in the air and it's not going to fall on you. This here is my welding leads. I don't do a lot of welding, but when I do, this is handy. I can just roll these offside the truck to wherever I need to go. I like to use a magnetic ground. That way I don't have to fool with a clamp. This will magnetize almost anything. It's easier than getting that clamp on around some things. Just take your leads with you. I think there's 100 foot on each one of these, so it gets you pretty much wherever you need to go. Another thing I put on my welder is the electric cord reel. It's 75 feet. Again, you can take it anywhere you need to go. Get you close to the machine. You don't have to pull the truck right up on the machine to be able to use power off your welder. So this truck here, I'm running a 14,000 pound Tiger crane with a 29-foot reach on it. The crane's been great. It's picked up everything I've needed to so far. I've not had an issue with it. I like running a 14,000 pound crane. That way you can almost pick up anything you need to. I'd rather have too big of a crane than not enough and have to call another truck in to set an engine or whatever you got to do. This one here has been sufficient enough with 14,000 on it. Like I said, anything I mess with it will handle it. So there's no worries of that. This is my toolbox. This is what I use daily on the job sites. If y'all have any questions or want to know anything more, just comment below and we'll respond to you. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thanks.
If you have a favorite tool you'd like to showcase in action on the channel, reach out and submit your video to media@fortishd.com. Join us on our journey to tool the next generation.